Hi, today we will discuss measuring time. It's a part of physical quantities and measurement. When we say about the time is very important in our day-to-day life. Knowing the time is also very important. And from whether we want to go to the office or school or any other work we want to do or the travel we want to go, we should know the time, and according to knowledge of the time only we will plan our day. And so the time measurement of time is one of the very important part of the physical quantities and the measurement. SI unit of time is second, but it is a very short interval of the time, and that's why the bigger units of the time is used. Like for example, minute, 1 minute is 60 seconds, or the hour, 1 hour is a 60 minutes or 3600 seconds. Then 1 mean solar day, that is a duration or the time Earth take to rotate around its own axis. And in simple word we say it is a day, and 1 day is a 24 hours. Then 1 week is 7 days, 12 months make the 1 year, 30 days make the 1 month, 52 weeks makes the 1 year, 365 days again the 1 year, uh, 366 for the leap years, and the 10 years makes the 1 decade. 100 years makes the 1 century, and 1000 years is known as the 1 millennium. There are the various devices used for time measurement, and from the ancient time, the human being was very curious to know the time. So during the ancient time, the human being was like they used to observe the position of the sun, moon, or the stars, and they used to come to know about the time. But it was very complex actually, not very precise. Approximate method was there, and even they used to see the shadow, and they used to guess what will be the time duration that time. Later on, the human being started constructing the small devices, which was they was using for knowing the time. And very simple device is the sundial. It's mainly based upon the sun's ray falling on the sundial, and the shadow where it is falling, and according to that they used to come to know. So first picture you are seeing the sundial, that is the ancient time again, the very thousands of years back. And the second picture you are seeing Jantar Mantar in New Delhi actually. Uh, Here the not only you can know the time of the day, but even the you can know the position of the sun, whether it is in the northern hemisphere or the southern hemisphere, you can able to know it using that. But one of the drawbacks using the sundial is it is of no use during the cloudy days or during night time also. Only when the bright sun is there, sundial is used. Then other devices used by the in the olden days, like the sand clock and the candle clock. Sand clock you might have seen, though you might have the smaller version of the sand clock, which is the 1 minute. So here two glass vessels will be uh, it will be actually attached, and there is one small opening in this both the glass vessel, and the sand is filled. Yes, what you have the sand clock, it is just the 1 minute. The sand is filled a very small quantity, and when you are keeping this sand clock, the invert it, and the whole sand is up, it will take the 1 minute for all the sand to fall down. But olden days it was like a 1 hour sand clocks was there. The whole sand to fall down, used to take the 1 hour. Then second you are seeing the candle clock. Here they used to burn the candle. when they start burning the candle, it is like a 0 minute, and there is the marking is there, like how you can see here the example, like each mark, that is 1 2 3 numbers are written, that is for the 10 minutes. You can see in the first candle the 0 minute just it lighted, and the second candle you are seeing the up to the 2 mark, that candle is melted, so it is a 20 minutes over. That's third candle, it is like up to 3 mark, it is the candle is melted, so it is the burnt, what you can say, so it is a 30 minutes. But this olden days clocks was not so precise, and somebody used to take care of that. See the like either that sand clock they have to turn it, or the what you can say, the candle clock, one after the other candle they have to burn it, take care of it and all thing, and it was not possible to keep everybody that type of the clocks. Now these modern clocks, when we're talking, these are the analog clocks are there, and it is very easy, small, and anybody can able to operate it. No need of much operation also. You can install it in the wall, and it is easy. So you can see the first picture. This was actually the by you turning the key, and that spring used to be wound, and this pendulum used to move, and this pendulum clocks, that was again the previous century, that is 20th century, it is most commonly used that clock. But now in the 21st century, most common is this two, what we can see in the analog clock. The second one is this is the clock, wall clock, and this is a wrist watch. And here the numbers are given, 1 to 12 numbers are given in this analog clock, and it has the generally the two arms. Shorter arm shows the hour, and the longer arm shows the minutes. Sometimes there is a one more arm will be there, which is a thinner and longer, that shows the second of the day. And yes, you might have studied this in the lower classes, how to read this clock and all thing, analog clock. And now the modern, when we talk again, more common, it is the digital clock, and this is the 21st century, the most common the digital clocks are used. Here no need of learning also, you know the numbers, you can able to read this one. The first, you can able to see here, there is the two numbers, then the colon is there, and again two numbers are there. The first two numbers indicate the hour, and second two numbers indicate the minutes. Sometimes the digital clock will show the seconds also. So this is the first one is a wall clock, and the second is a digital wristwatch is there. And these digital clocks are very easy to read. Time interval. This time interval is defined as the duration of time between the two given instants or the events. For example, during the sports events or during experiments in laboratory, the start of the event and the end of the event. The time gap or the time gap between these two events, that is start and stop, is called a time interval. And this time interval can be 1 or more minutes, or sometimes it may be the hours also, or 1 day, 1 week, or 1 month also it will be there. But generally in the sports event and the laboratory experiments and all thing, it will be just few seconds, or the 1 or 2 minutes will be the time interval. Or you might have seen in the school, the every period, your class period will be like 30 minutes or 40 minutes. That is a time interval for the period. Then this time interval must be always positive number. It is greater than the 0. It will be never than less than the 0, or 0 it will be. To know the time period, we use the special type of the watches. It is called as a stopwatch or the stop clock. Stopwatch we can operate in the hand, and stop clock we can keep it on the table and use it. And nowadays in the mobiles also, Android mobiles also, this stopwatch will be there. We can able to easily use this stopwatch for finding out the time interval. Now uh, the time when we're talking about, there are the two primary methods of showing the time. The first method, which is most commonly used, that is a 12-hour clock, and that uses AM and PM to demarcate the time very clearly. And the one more method of measuring the time is a 24-hour clock. 24-hour clock is generally used into the places which work for the 24 hours a day, like for example, like airports, railway stations and all things. There mainly it is the 24-hour clock is used. But most of the time in the house and offices, schools, 12-hour clock only use. What is 12-hour clock? The day is split, like we know the one day is equal to 24 hours, right? The day is split into two 12-hour periods running from midnight to noon. That is called the AM hours. And noon to midnight, it is known as the PM hours. The abbreviation AM and PM are from the Latin word AM in ante-meridian, and that is before midday, and PM post-meridian, after midday. 24-hour clock, the day runs from midnight to midnight and is divided into 24 hours. From 0, that is midnight, to 23, that is again the midnight 11 o'clock. It is 11 o'clock night. Time is shown in hours and minutes since the midnight. Now, how to convert time from 12 hours to 24 hours clock? I'll just tell you the very simple methods to convert this 12 hours to 24-hour clock. Like from starting from first hour of the day, that is 12 a.m. or midnight, to 12:59 a.m. that is a night only. Subtract 12 hours. So like for 12 a.m. In the 12-hour clock, how you will write in 24-hour clock? 12 minus 12, that is a 0. 0 hour in the 24-hour clock. Suppose it is 12:15 a.m. Means the hour is same 12, but the minutes had changed. So still you have to subtract the 12 and you will write now 0 hours 15 minutes. You will write in 24-hour clock. Second thing, time between 1 a.m. to 12:59 p.m. The hours and minutes remain the same, but you are not going to write that AM or PM there. Like suppose 9 AM, so in 24-hour clock you will write just the 9. 9, that is 9 colon 0. 12:59 PM, that also you will write 12 colon 59 only. You are not writing the PM there. Then time between 1 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. and 12 hours. So you are not going to change the minutes, but the hour you have to add the 12. Like here 3:17 p.m. So here you have to add 12 to the 3 hours. 17 minutes will remain the same time. So it will become 15 hours 17 minutes. Same example, one more example, 11 hour 59 p.m. So here 11 plus 12, you get the 23. 23 hours 59 minutes. Now let me learn about the how to convert from 24-hour time to 12-hour clock time. Now starting from the first hour of the day, that is the 0 hour midnight to 0 hours 59 minutes. You have to add 12 hours. For the hours you have to add the 12 and AM to be written there. Like here 0 hour 30 minutes. When you add the 12 hour to that, it becomes 12 hour 30 AM. Same thing, one more example, 0 hour 55 minutes. You will write 12 hours 55 minutes AM. Then time duration from 1 o'clock to 11:59. Simply add AM to the time. So that time, however, that hours and the minutes as it is you have to write, and next to that you have to add the AM. For example, 2 hours 25 minutes, you are going to write 2 hours 25 minutes. After that you write AM. Same thing, one more example, 9 hour 30 minutes, you will write 9 hour 30 minutes AM. And then the time between 13 hours to 23 hours 59 minutes. You have to subtract 12 hours. There is no change in the minutes, only from the hours you have to subtract 12 hours. And you have to write PM to the time. For example, 16 hours 55 minutes. The 55 minutes remain the same. From the 16 you have to subtract 12, and it will become 16 minus 12, it will become 4. 4 hours 55 PM. Another example, 21 hours 45 minutes. When you subtract the 12 from 21, you get 9 hours 45 minutes, and you have to write the PM there.